whenever that season comes, and listen, there will be a season in your life when it's going to be all about you. My sister said, I felt like I was appointed to carry out everything that needed to be done for her sister's funeral. And I said, well, yeah, God does that sometimes. It's funny how he will appoint you to do stuff for other folks, and you'll sit there sometimes and wonder, God, when are you going to do something for me? When are you going to do something for me? I've been helping everybody. I've been the backbone to everybody for so long, but when is my time? You know, that's how the enemy will do. As we was talking in the beginning, the enemy will try to plant that seed in your head, when is my time? Well, the Bible teaches me that there's a season and a time for everything. If he appointed you to help somebody else, guess what? He's appointing somebody else to help you. So don't get weary in well-doing. Don't get upset when you're doing for others. Have real compassion upon others. Don't be anxious and lose sight of what he is growing you for. That's a seed in your life. To be able to help other people, that is a seed in your life. When it grows up, it's going to come back. It's going to come back to you because God has already appointed somebody to you to help and to serve you, to be there for you. But guess what? Just because it ain't your season right now don't mean it ain't on the way. It don't mean that it's not on the way. So therefore, we have to have compassion upon others, and we have to stop making it all about us. It's not all about us. We have to be able to look at people, and just like I was caught off guard tonight, you have to be able to be prayerfully, be able to pray inside your heart. You know, Hannah, she was praying in her heart. When she got out of words, she just started praying in her heart. They thought she was drunk. She wasn't drunk. She was praying in her heart. You have to get to that place where you have that relationship with God, your own relationship with God, where you can have compassion on others. You can sense when others are going through something, and you be like, hey, are you all right? You need any help with that? You know, you can feel. You don't have to go through the exact thing to understand that when somebody is hurting, it's not all about you. Now, there are some people who will say, I'm here for you, but next thing you know, and I'm pretty sure many of y'all done been through that, there are some people that say, hey, I'm here for you, but they make it all about them. So compassionate people, write this down, compassionate people put themselves in other people's shoes. They're always thinking and feeling for others. It's not all about them. All right? So the fifth thing, the fifth quality that trustworthy people have, and I'm glad this is here, and it's crazy how this just got really put in front of me, because what we need in this season is trustworthy qualities. Who would have thought? That's what we need in this season in order to go forth instead of staying stagnant in the same positions that we're in. We need a new attitude. In order to get a new attitude, we need a new garment of leadership. In order to get our new garment of leadership, we must learn these qualities. We must learn these qualities, because I'm sure all of us ain't perfected all of these qualities. As long as you live, you're going to have flaws. So come on. We ain't all perfected this. So the next thing, the fifth thing is trustworthy people, they are kind. People build up trust when they look out for others, when they are there for them, when they need someone most, not just when everything is going okay. Now, I know we got people in our life that only show up when things are going okay, but when the baloney hits the fan, how many of you can say that you'll still be there for your friends? Even if your friends desert you even if they deserted you whenever you needed them. Whenever they, wait a minute, let me say it right. Even if they deserted you whenever you needed them, are you that type of friend? Are you going to desert them too? Or are you going to say, be kind-hearted and still do what you can for them? Not because they were so good to you, but that's the thing in your heart that's right to do. There have been people who were not kind to me at all. They wasn't kind to me, but did I respond back to them the same way they responded to me? No, I didn't. I didn't respond back to them how they responded to me, because I know that God's thoughts on our thoughts. And sometimes when we think that we're pulling the rug over people's eyes, actually the same people we think that we are misusing are the same ones that we're going to end up needing. Or they're going to end up needing us if they're doing that to us. So people build up trust when they look out for others. If you're going to look out for others, be real with it. Be kind. Don't sit up there and say, you owe me this, you owe me that. Oh, I did this for you, so now you got to come back and do this for me. No, it doesn't work like that. Whenever you do something from the heart, let it be from the heart. I told my granddaughter the other day, don't be an Indian giver. You know, the saying is Indian giver. I said, because God likes a cheerful giver. And if you can't give your time without complaining, if you can't give your time without throwing up how much time you lost, then you need to go back and ask God to help you in that area. Because being kind is not always easy. And that means that you're going to lose time, because there's always going to be somebody out there who takes your kindness for weakness. That's an old saying, too. Don't use my kindness for weakness. And there are people out there that will do that. They'll be supposed to be helping you, and all of a sudden they'll be, especially if they catch you in a weak moment and they know that you're a kind-hearted person, they know that you're the type of person that's always giving and doing, and they also know that you have your own obligations and responsibilities, but we just have some people that have come up and just pile it on us, not caring at all about what we have to do. And that time is whenever you have to speak up for your kindness so that it doesn't be in vain. And you just tell them the truth. Put on the full armor of God. Tell them the truth. I'm sorry, I can't do it today. I'm already booked up. You have to be honest with them. Okay, the next thing, do I have any questions or comments so far? Okay, we got like 4 more of these to go over. Okay, the 6th thing is trustworthy people, they are resourceful. Trusted people are always learning and growing. Let me say that again. Trustworthy people are always learning and growing. They are constant students. They always know there is room to get better. And because of that, they know ways to help inspire and support others. And they give and share those resources. Now, I could say, yeah, that's kind of me right there. I love to constantly grow. If somebody comes to me and they say, Jamie, do you know how to work on an alternator? No, I don't know how to work on an alternator. But guess what? Let me go look it up right quick. I'll get back with you. You know what? Because I want to know. What can I do to help other people? How can I be a resource to other people when people come to me? How do I get my book out there? How do I go about getting copyrights on my song? I work in media, so I have a lot of people who come to me with all kind of questions. How can I start my nonprofit business? Organization. How can I go about getting my credit score up? I study in all those areas. I'm not just a one-time person or one-thing person, but I love to be resourceful. But I also know in being resourceful, you have to set boundaries on that too, because too much of anything, guess what, ain't good for you. So you have to set your boundaries, and as you continue to grow, allow God to introduce those things to you. God will introduce those things to you. You don't just go running trying to do everything on your own. You wait for God to put it into your heart to go and study up on certain things, or, get up under people who know something. I love being up under people who know more than me. I love it. I don't feel intimidated by what they know. I'll be sitting there like, I'm getting paper and pencil. Y'all go ahead and talk. I'm listening. And even if they make me feel bad, or because, sometimes people try to make you feel low because you don't know what they know. Even if they try to do that, there's a lesson in that too. Sit there and listen at them. And you'll get everything you need if you just sit there and listen at them. So even in those that are resourceful, sometimes you got the good ones, you got the bad ones. Sometimes in order to get the resource, you got to go through the process. And the process isn't always brutal. But yet, pay attention in each season that you go through from now on out. Because whatever you need in this season, God is going to supply it. It's just up to you to pay attention to what God is doing and not compare yourself to the world and everything else that's going on around you. So pay attention to what God is doing and the resourceful people that he puts into your life. That will help to grow you constant growth. It said trustworthy people or trusted people are always learning and growing. They are constant students. I don't mind being a student. Some people get mad because other people know more than them. I don't mind at all being a student because I know if I'm getting good information, guess what? I'm going to grow. I'm going to continue to grow. And the more I grow, the more I'm going to be able to have a better quality life for myself, my family, those that are connected to me. I'm going to be able to spread this stuff to everybody else, even if it causes me getting my feelings hurt in the process. Because all seasons ain't going to be pretty. And our resources ain't always pretty. But once you get it, you just go on. All right, so the next, do I have any questions and comments so far? Okay, the 7 things that trustworthy people have, they are connectors. They look for ways to align like-minded people, and they connect people who have the knowledge or experience to help them get what they want. Now, it takes a really bold person to know that they can make tons of money off of somebody, but also know that's not in their line. But connect another person to someone who can, that they know can benefit them. I could charge for little stuff that I do here and there. I could charge for that. But you know what I do? Because I know how God blesses. I know how God blesses. Everybody don't refer to God. So I know how he blesses. What I'll do is, like for my vendor consulting, for instance, I will get like-minded people together and put them at the same event. I'll put them at the same event because I know they'll sell. But if I don't pay attention and I just throw them anywhere, I can link a vendor to a program and that vendor not make anything. So it takes time to connect and to study people, to be able to read people's behaviors and stuff. It takes time. It's nothing that you learn overnight. It's something that you have to pray about and allow the Holy Spirit to work through you, and it will guide you who needs to be where. So trustworthy people, they look for ways to align like-minded people. We don't want to see people hurt. We don't want to see people out of place. Not that we got OCD. But we don't want to see people out of place. We want to see people grow. So we need to connect people to people who will help them grow. In relationships, look at some relationships. Some people are connected to people that they ain't got no business with. Why they get connected to them, though? Because they connected to people they didn't have no business with. That's how they do it. If you find yourself connecting with people who are not down for you, you're going to always be attached to someone who's not good for you. So in some relationships where people were introduced to somebody and when it started off all good, but then as it grew, it got to be a disaster. It was a war zone. It's because the connections were off. In this season, what we need is reliable connections. Glory to God. That's what we need in this season is reliable connections. And in order to get a reliable connection, you got to make sure that you're connecting yourself to God-fearing people, people who are trustworthy, not just allowing yourself to be up under anybody, not just hearing any old thing.